I've made a good amount of money betting on NFL over the past few years. And one of the most profitable strategies I've been using is something called Wong Teasers. Now, if you're not familiar with that, Wong Teasers are a super easy and simple NFL strategy that anyone can do, and pretty much anyone can make money with if it's done right. For a little bit more on me, I've been banned from major casinos like BetMGM, ESPN Bet, and many more for basically being a winning player. So I know what I'm talking about with this stuff, and you should definitely give it a try. So Wong teasers were created by a mathematician almost 20 or 30 years ago named Stanford Wong. If you've never heard of him, he wrote a book called Sharp Sports Betting, which is actually pretty much like the Bible of how to use math to beat sports betting books or sports betting odds. And I highly recommend you look into that. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to cover how you can use this strategy to make yourself some money. And the first thing you need to know is with Wong teasers, there's two components. There are key numbers in NFL, and there's what a teaser is essentially. So key numbers in the NFL are common numbers that games finish by. So for example, a field goal is worth 3 points, a touchdown is worth 6 points, and a touchdown is worth 7 points with an extra point. So numbers like 3, 6, and 7 are known as key numbers because games often finish, say, 24-21, where the difference between the teams are a field goal. So basically, all a key number is in the NFL is just a common score differential by the end of the game. So maybe a team loses by a touchdown, wins by a touchdown. You get the point, you get the gist of it. The second thing you need to know is what a teaser is. And if you don't know what a teaser is already, it's a bit more complex. But basically, a teaser is when you can move game lines in your favor by a set amount of points. So for example, if you go onto your local sports book, you'll have the option to teaser for say 6 points on two different games. So I'll give you a quick example. Let's say the Steelers are playing against the Ravens and the Eagles are playing against the Cowboys. The casinos list the Ravens as minus 7.5 favorites, meaning they have to win by 8 or more to win a bet on that. And the Cowboys are listed at plus 2.5 underdogs against the Eagles, meaning they have to win the game or they have to lose by 1 or 2 points to win that bet. Now with a 6-point NFL teaser, you can move both lines in your favor by 6 points. This means the Ravens would go from minus 7.5 to minus 1.5, and the Cowboys would go from plus 2.5 to plus 8.5, because obviously there's a 6-point difference between those numbers. And it would be a teaser of both, meaning Ravens minus 1.5 and Cowboys plus 8.5. And then if both the minus 1.5 and the plus 8.5 win, then you would win the wager. And a teaser can be very lucrative and a good strategy to use because, as you might notice by now, it passed through key numbers. So before, if we wanted to bet on the Ravens at minus 7.5, we would need them to win by 8 or more, so more than a touchdown. By using that teaser, we're able to pass through those key numbers, meaning Ravens minus 1.5, if they win by a field goal now, we're winning. If they win by 6 points now, we win that bet. If they win by a touchdown now, we win that bet. So teasers allow you to move through key numbers in the NFL and can generate an edge. So those are the first steps. The next step is just how to do a Wong teaser, essentially. So Wong teasers aren't something known out there. Like you can't go to your casino. There isn't an option to click Wong teaser. It's just the nickname for how we do it. So there's simple rules of a Wong teaser, really. It's very easy to do. You need 2 different games, completely different games, and they have to be in the NFL, and the spread on the game has to be 6 numbers. So 1 of 6, plus 1.5, plus 2, plus 2.5, and then minus 7.5, minus 8, and minus 8.5. This is because with numbers like plus 1.5, plus 2, and plus 2.5, when you add 6 to it, it passes through all those key numbers. So for example, if we had plus 2 and we added the 6-point teaser to it, it would go from plus 2 to plus 8, meaning it goes through that key number of 3 of a field goal, that key number of 6 of a touchdown, and that key number of 7 of a touchdown with an extra point. And then the same thing goes the other way, where you have numbers like minus 8, and if you teaser it, it'll go down to minus 2, meaning they have to win by 3 points, 6 points, 7 points, all of that would win the bet, whereas -8, you would lose if the team just won by 6 or 7, for example. Now, the next rule for Wong teasers is once you have two teams that meet that criteria. So, for example, Ravens -7.5, Cowboys +2.5, they meet that criteria. The combined odds, so when you put in that 6-point teaser into your sports book, the odds of the bet have to be -110 to -115 for it to be a profitable bet. Now, I do want to say, and this might be controversial with some of the other people who know the math behind it, that I believe they are actually profitable all the way up to -120 in most cases. Let's take the Steelers and Ravens, for example. If the over-under is set at 47 or less, meaning it would be a low-scoring game, this teaser has an even higher hit rate or profitability rate over the last few years specifically. So if you're looking to make a Wong teaser and your odds are -120, I personally believe, and some of the data would suggest, that you're actually fine as long as the total, meaning the over-under in those games, is not higher than 47. Now, Wong teasers are also great to incorporate your sports opinions in, because, for example, if the casino has 3 games where it's +2, +2.5, and then another team's -8, you can go out on your own and you can actually use your sports opinions to say, okay, I like 2 of these teams, I don't like this team, and you can go make a Wong teaser with the other 2. So it's a good way to incorporate your own sports opinions in with math, which doesn't happen too often. Now, also, I don't think you should be doing Wong teasers in college football, basically because college football scoring is a lot more volatile, and it's been proven that they aren't effective at all in college football, just because, like, as I mentioned, like, scoring can be really crazy over there. So just stick to the NFL, stick to those numbers: 1.5, 2, 2.5, -7.5, -8, -8.5. Stick to those odds: -10 to -115, and then -120 if the over-under is low. And you'll be profitable in the long run based off the last 20, 25, 30 years. The only other thing I'll say is casinos are catching on to Wong teasers more and more and more. So the odds have been getting juiced up, meaning they're trying not to offer you -115 on these anymore. But there are many books out there that still will. And whenever you see that, you should always jump on it and take advantage of it. And real quick, if you haven't subbed to the channel, go drop us a subscription and send us a screenshot on Instagram. And my assistant is actually going to credit you a free 3-day pass inside our group Elite Picks. And you'll get free access to our pro sports bettors, plus our arbitrage tools, our positive expected value tools, basically some good sports bets. And if you have any other questions or anything for me, just feel free to drop it in the comments. And I hope you have a good day. You can sign up for our company, elitepicks.com, in the description. Thanks.